The next bag that we're going to be opening up is the plastic bag parts A. Inside this are the larger of your parts. The plastic parts bag, the plastic part bag B has all of the most of the smaller parts in it. So we're going to address bag A first. A couple of things to look at is there are doubles of some trees, such as on the suspension over here. You're going to find that there is doubles on these, and they are the same part number. What you're going to want to do as you're reading the directions, their directions are going to tell you a part number or a tree number. And how it's going to work, for instance, when they call for this part right here, it's going to be part number 85402, and I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's a tag on all of the trees that have the numbers on there. This one says 85402, and then there's also going to be 85402-1, and you can see a little 1 that's mounted or actually stamped into the tree number here for this A-arm, which is the rear upper. So that part number in the directions is going to be 85402-1. And there's a little 2 stamped on this side here, indicating that the rear arm part number is going to be 85402-2. So that's how you're going to read the numbering system for the parts trees in the directions. So these are most of the larger parts. You're going to have 2 doubles on the front and the rear A-arms. You're going to have doubles for the left and the right wheel hubs. And you're going to have doubles for the front suspension parts. You're going to have doubles for the bracing systems for the rear. And I think that's all the doubles that you're going to have in this particular bag. It also has your spur gear cover, as well as your bottom plate and some bead locks. So out of all of these pieces, what we're going to do, because they are larger pieces and they are very easy to identify, we're not going to worry too much about organization on those, and we're going to find a box to put them in that's suitable for this so that we can grab them out as needed. The bigger the box, the better, so that you can easily and visually identify them. The bead locks for right now we're going to go ahead and put back in our main box where we have our tires and wheels stored. So go ahead and find a suitable box for these, put them away, and then we're going to start on organizing plastic bag B, which is going to take a little bit more work and time, but it's worth every minute of it. So go ahead and get these pieces stored, and just like we're going to do, and we'll be right back. Alright, we've gone ahead and opened up our plastic bags B and laid out all the plastic bags included in this plastic bag on our bench. And one thing that I forgot to mention when we opened up plastic bag A is always double check your bags and make sure that there's no loose parts in there, because some of them can come off the tree and end up in the bottom of the bag, and you don't want to throw those away. So we're going to go ahead and go over what's included in parts plastic bag B. I'm going to show you a little trip here that we learned over building many of these Baja SS kits that is really going to save you some time. But there's 7 plastic bags included in here. One with some bulkheads. You have some bulkheads in here. You have another one that has your transmission halves. You have another one with easily identifiable with your servo horns, as well as your steering mechanism. This one right here has your clutch bell holder and a few other parts. These right here have your diff cages included in there, and some wheel nut holders and whatnot. In the case of this tree right here, you can see that some parts have fallen off the tree, so as you're looking for parts, you want to visually identify them before you go searching for the actual part number for each one, which is stamped. It gets a lot easier just to visually identify them and then double check the number once you've found them. There's actually 2 of that particular bag. There's double parts for those. And then your last bag here contains your radio tray and some other parts and whatnot. What we're going to do on these is we're going to keep these in the bag as we're building. You can take them out, get your part off, put them back in the bag, because there are many little parts that can fall off of them and you don't want to lose them. I can't tell you, before we started with my little trick I'm going to show you, how many times we thought that HPI messed up and didn't include a part when in fact it fell on the floor, it was in the box, or whatever. The first kit I built, I just opened up all the bags and dumped everything into one box, and that was a nightmare. So what we've done, we're going to go ahead and look at the tree. In the case of the bulkhead, there's actually a clipped off tree number in here, and I can see that that tree number on that is 85435. So what we're going to do is take a sticky note, and we're going to go ahead and put that sticky note on the bag, and because sticky notes do fall off, I'm actually going to use a piece of Scotch tape to hold it on there. And we're going to go ahead and follow suit with all the bags, remembering that there are two of the same bag right here. So what I'm going to do on that, the next one is 85430. Boy, we're popular here today. Can't get anything better. We have 85414. We have 85436. We have 85422, bag number 1. And we have 85422, bag number 2. And 85404 for the radio tray. Again, these little sticky notes are a great way to go. They like to fall off, so we're going to go ahead and put some Scotch tape on those, just like this, so that we can easily identify each bag as we go along. I'm going to go ahead and toss these into a little box that I have that we use for building our Bajas, so that we can easily find everything. And as soon as I do that, I'm going to give you a little tour of how I have my bench laid out here, just so that you can see what we have found works. And I'm sure that you'll have your own tricks and whatnot, but organization, believe it or not, in building this kit goes a long way. I'm going to swing the camera around here. Don't get seasick. But we have, here at Team Fast Eddy, we have our main workbench, which is right here. And then I'm going to come around and swing around. You can see we have a little other workspace over here that we can use where we keep things. Over here is where I'm keeping all of my parts for my Baja build. We do have another Baja over here that we're working on right now. However, what we've done is, you can see down below here, we've got our box that has our engine and our wheels and tires and whatnot in them, stuff that we're not going to use until later on in the build. We've got our main chassis sitting over here along with our orange aluminum bag. We have all of our plastic hardware bags here, which are the lettered bags, A, B, C, D. Those are all lined up, and the directions for the most part will have you use an individual bag in order. I've got two other trays over here with my parts plastic bag A in them. You can put them all in one box. I've spread them out in two boxes so that I can very easily just look over and identify the pieces. And then we have our small parts plastic bags that we've put the tree numbers on over here that we can grab easily. So everything's arranged so that we can grab our product over here that we're going to be working on. We've got our place to set our manuals off to the side so that we can work with the manuals. And then of course we have our building area over here. And not that it looks very pretty, but we have all the tools that we're going to need lined up where we can grab them real easily.